June 6, 1944. Normandy, France. Just after dawn, thousands of Allied ships are already crossing the English Channel. More than 150,000 soldiers are heading toward the beaches. The largest amphibious invasion in history has begun, but the man responsible for defending Hitler's Atlantic Wall isn't even there. Field Marshal Erwin Rommel is more than 400 miles away. He's in Germany, visiting his wife for her birthday. Within hours, the fate of Nazi Germany will begin to unravel. And one decision, made months before D-Day, will haunt Rommel for the rest of his life. To understand his mistake, you have to understand the impossible problem he faced. By early 1944, everyone knew the Allies were coming. The only question was where. Northern France stretched for hundreds of miles. Every beach could be a landing site. Germany simply didn't have enough men to defend them all. Rommel had seen Allied air power in North Africa. He knew what it could do, and he reached one terrifying conclusion. If the Allies established a beachhead, Germany would lose. Not eventually, almost immediately, because Allied fighters and bombers ruled the skies. German reinforcements moving during daylight would be destroyed long before they reached the battlefield. So Rommel developed a simple strategy. Stop the invasion. On the beaches, he ordered millions of mines buried. Wooden stakes were driven into the sand. Steel obstacles covered the shoreline. Entire villages were turned into fortresses. His message was clear. The enemy must be thrown back into the sea before sunset. But there was one problem. Rommel didn't control Germany's armoured divisions. Pause for a second. Germany's most powerful weapon wasn't hidden inside bunkers. It was the panzer divisions waiting inland. Hundreds of tanks capable of crushing an invasion. Rommel wanted them positioned close to the coast, close enough to launch an immediate counterattack. But many senior commanders disagreed, including Field Marshal Gerd von Rundstedt. He believed the exact landing site couldn't be predicted. If the tanks stayed near the beaches, the Allies might simply land somewhere else. Instead, he wanted the panzer reserves kept farther inland, ready to strike once the real invasion revealed itself. Then Hitler made things even worse. Unable to choose between the two strategies, he compromised. Some panzer divisions stayed near the coast. Others remained far inland. Several of the most powerful armoured units could only move with Hitler's personal permission. It was the worst possible solution. When D-Day finally arrived, confusion spread through German headquarters. Reports flooded in before sunrise. But many officers believed Normandy was only a diversion. The real invasion, they thought, would come at Pas-de-Calais. Even worse, Hitler was asleep. No one wanted to wake him. Hours passed before permission was finally given to release key panzer divisions. By then, precious time had been lost. Meanwhile, Rommel was driving back toward France. He had believed bad weather made an invasion impossible. So had many German commanders. The Allies had taken advantage of a brief break in the storm. When Rommel finally reached headquarters, the situation was already slipping away. The beaches hadn't collapsed. They had survived. American, British, and Canadian forces were pouring ashore. More ships arrived every hour. More tanks. More artillery. More men. Exactly the nightmare Rommel had predicted. German armoured divisions finally launched counterattacks. They fought with incredible determination. But Allied aircraft filled the skies. Columns of tanks were bombed. Bridges were destroyed. Roads became death traps. Every hour the invasion survived made it stronger. Rommel watched helplessly as Germany lost the one opportunity to destroy the Allied landing before it could grow. Ironically, his greatest fear had become reality. The invasion had not been defeated on the beaches, and now it could never be stopped. Within weeks, the Allies broke out of Normandy. Paris was liberated. German forces retreated toward their own borders. The Third Reich was now fighting a war it could no longer win. Was Rommel's absence on D-Day Germany's biggest mistake? Not entirely. The deeper problem was the divided German command. Rommel wanted immediate action. Others wanted patience. Hitler wanted complete control. The result was hesitation. And in war, hesitation can be fatal. One morning, a few delayed decisions, and the course of World War II changed forever. Do you think Germany could have stopped D-Day if Rommel had been in Normandy and had full control of the panzer divisions? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe, because in the next documentary, we'll examine another decision that changed the course of World War II forever.